Phones under 25,000. This video has something for everyone. I have covered a gaming phone under 25,000, a best all-rounder under 25,000 and a best camera phone under 25,000. I have also added a comparison table at the end to help you choose the best phone. Make sure you don't skip the third phone. It is the best camera phone under 25,000 and the last one is a best gaming phone. Number 1. Poco X7 Pro. It comes with a 6.67-inch flat AMOLED display with 1.5K resolution, 120Hz refresh rate and a 480Hz touch sampling rate. With a peak brightness of 3200 nits, outdoor visibility is excellent and the HDR10 Plus support enhances the contrast and colors in the videos. The Gorilla Glass 7i protection adds the extra durability and at 195 grams, the phone feels solid. It runs on MediaTek Dimensity 8400 Ultra chipset with 8GB RAM and 256GB storage. Games like BGMI and COD Mobile runs at 60 FPS perfectly and even the Genshin Impact maintains the stable 60 FPS on high settings. Poco's Liquid 2.0 technology controls the heat, preventing overheating during long gaming sessions. If gaming is your priority under 25,000, this phone won't disappoint you. On the camera front, the Poco X7 Pro comes with 50MP main camera and 8MP ultra-wide and a 20MP front camera. The main sensor performs well in the daylight, producing vibrant, detailed images with decent dynamic range. But the Poco's image processing can sometimes over-sharpen the photos. The 20MP selfie camera captures bright and sharp selfies in the good lighting, but the low-light shots lose the detail quickly. For the video, the rear camera supports 4K at 60 FPS. The front camera is limited to 1080p at 30 FPS and lacks the proper stabilization. You get 6550 mAh battery with 90W turbocharger. It fully charges in around 50 minutes. The phone runs on HyperOS 2 based on Android 15 and Poco promises 3 years of OS updates and 4 years of security patches. You also get IP66, IP68 and IP69 rating, which is extremely rare in 25,000 price range. Number 2. OnePlus Nord CE5. It features a 6.77-inch AMOLED display with Full HD resolution and 300Hz touch sampling rate. However, with a peak brightness of 1430 nits, outdoor visibility isn't as strong as some competitors in this price range. The phone weighs 199 grams. It runs on MediaTek Dimensity 8350 Apex chipset with 8GB RAM and 128GB storage. BGMI, COD Mobile and Genshin Impact runs smoothly at high frame rates with no noticeable lag. But in the graphic-intensive scenes, you might see some frame drops. Camera-wise, you get a 50MP main sensor with OIS and 8MP ultra-wide and a 16MP front camera. The primary sensor performs well in the daylight, delivering sharp, balanced images without over-sharpening or exposure issues. The portraits come out well-detailed with natural edge detection and smooth background blur. In low light, the main camera manages decent shots, but you will need to hold the phone steady to avoid the blur. The ultra-wide lens struggles in the dim environments, producing less details and softer textures. The 16MP selfie camera delivers crisp and detailed selfies during the daytime, but in the low light there is slight smoothing and loss of sharpness. For videos, the rear camera supports 4K video recording with 30 and 60 FPS, while the front camera records 1080p at 30 and 60 FPS. While the 4K video looks sharp, but the 1080p at 60 FPS gives the most stable and color accurate results. You get a 7100 mAh battery with 80W SuperVOOC fast charger, taking around 60 minutes for a full charge. You also get bypass charging feature. The phone runs on Oxygen OS 15 based on Android 15 out of the box. OnePlus promises 4 major Android updates and 6 years of security patches. There is also IP65 rating. Number 3. Nothing Phone 3a. It features a 6.77-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED display with 120Hz refresh rate, HDR10 Plus certification and 10-bit color support. It comes with 3000 nits peak brightness and 480Hz touch sampling rate. It is powered by the Snapdragon 7S Gen 3 chipset paired with 8GB LPDDR4X RAM and 256GB UFS 2.2 storage. Games like COD Mobile and BGMI are playable, but not at the highest graphics settings. The phone tends to warm up under extended gaming sessions or while using the cameras outdoors. Camera-wise, the Nothing Phone 3a comes with a 50MP main sensor, an 8MP ultra-wide and a 50MP 2x telephoto camera. The main camera performs impressively, capturing sharp and detailed images with balanced contrast and natural colors. Low-light performance is also strong, maintaining the good details with minimal noise. The telephoto camera also does well in the bright lighting, producing good portraits and clean 2x zoom shots. But the low-light photos lose the fine texture and appear slightly smooth. Selfies are captured through a high-quality front camera, which comes comes with detailed skin tones and good dynamic range. The phone takes around 2 seconds to process the images after the capturing, which can be slightly annoying for quick shots. For videos, the main camera supports 4K at 30 fps, while the ultra-wide, telephoto and the front cameras are limited to 1080p at 30 fps. You get 5000 mAh battery with 50-watt fast charging, taking around 50 minutes for a full charge. It runs on Nothing OS 3.1 based on Android 15. Nothing has promised 3 years of Android updates and 6 years of security patches. You also get IP64 rating. Number 4. Infinix GT30 Pro. It features a 6.78-inch LTPS AMOLED display with 144Hz refresh rate and 240Hz touch sampling rate. It comes with MediaTek Dimensity 8350 Ultimate chipset with 8GB RAM and 256GB storage. This processor delivers flagship-like gaming performance under 25,000. With a peak brightness of 4500 nits, outdoor visibility is excellent and the Corning Gorilla Glass 7i provides the solid protection. When tested with BGMI at the highest setting, it averages around 115 FPS. In COD Mobile, it maintained a 59.8 FPS, and in Genshin Impact, the gameplay remains steady at 60 FPS without frame drops. It also includes a vapor cooling chamber that effectively controls the heat. The GT triggers on the top edges makes the gaming experience even more immersive. Camera-wise, it features a 108 megapixel main sensor, an 8 megapixel ultra-wide, and a 13 megapixel front camera. The main sensor delivers vibrant and contrast-rich photos. Night mode does a decent job of brightening the shots in the low light. There is a 13 megapixel selfie camera that is adequate for video calls and taking selfies. You can also record 4K videos at 60 fps from the rear camera and 4K at 30 fps from the front camera. You get a 5500 mAh battery with 45-watt wired charging and 30-watt wireless charging, and it takes around 1 hour to go from 0 to 100%. It runs on Android 15 with 2 years of OS updates and 3 years of security patches, and it comes with IP64 rating. Number 5. iQOO Neo 10R. It features a 6.78-inch 1.5K AMOLED flat display with 144Hz refresh rate and an up to 4100 nits of peak brightness. This is one of the brightest displays under 25,000 segment. The touch sampling rate goes from 300Hz to 2000Hz in gaming mode. It is powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor paired with 8GB RAM and 128GB storage. The base 128GB variant uses UFS 3.1 storage, while the 256GB variant comes with UFS 4.1 and faster LPDDR5X RAM. So if you are buying the iQOO Neo 10R mainly for the gaming, the 256GB variant is the best one. This phone handles heavy titles like COD Mobile and BGMI effortlessly. However, Genshin Impact isn't well optimized despite the powerful chipset. It shows occasional stutters and frame drops during high load gameplay. On the camera side, the iQOO Neo 10R comes with 50 megapixel main camera, an 8 megapixel ultra wide and a 32 megapixel front camera. Daylight photos look sharp and detailed, especially when the HDR mode is enabled. The 8 megapixel ultra wide performs fine for casual shots, while the portrait mode offers good edge detection and natural background blur. Low light shots are usable, but the zooming in reveals noticeable noise. The 32 megapixel selfie camera produces clean and bright images in the daylight. For videos, the rear camera supports 4K video recording at 60 fps, while the front camera can also record 4K at 30 fps. You get a 6400 mAh battery with 80-watt fast charger, taking around 1 hour to go from 0 to 100%. The iQOO Neo 10R runs on Android 15 with FunTouch OS 15, and iQOO promises 3 years of software updates and 4 years of security patches. You also get IP65 rating. As promised, here is the quick comparison table. So these are the best phones under 25,000. If you want the best camera phone under 25,000, go for the Nothing Phone 3A. If you want the best all-rounder phone, go for the OnePlus Nord CE5. If you want the best gaming phone under 25,000, go for iQOO Neo 10R. If you have liked the video, don't forget to subscribe and share it with your friends.